Oh, yeah.
2 years ago, Michael Angelosi and his family didn't know they'd be gambling on a move from Calgary to Conroe, Texas, outside of Houston. The bet was too good to pass up. His oil company, ProTorque, has extensive opportunities in the U.S. market.
You have to be here. You're losing a lot of great people. Everyone's trying to go to other markets.
And many Canadians working in Texas feel the same.
And I happen to be a Canadian down here trying to do good things for Canadian companies and for our industry and earn a living doing it.
Would you go back?
I go back tomorrow if the situation were correct.
Dave McClellan says the Texas market is too alluring, with fewer regulations, low corporate taxes, a hot labor market, and the higher U.S. dollar. Not to mention market access with one of the largest ports in the world. Some are taking it one step further to lure Canadian companies to the Lone Star State. A realty group outside of Houston sent 15,000 brochures to Canadian companies urging them to relocate, and it says it's gotten hundreds of calls since. And in Lubbock, in West Texas, some major incentives like free land are being offered up.
We have definitely offered companies that are willing to make an investment in our community the opportunity for some free land at one of our parks. Texas is a great place for business, and we are very much open for business.
The U.S. oil and gas sector is seeing a slowdown. Rig counts have dropped 25% this year. Still, oil production continues to rise. It's doubled over the past decade, set to hit 12.3 million barrels for 2019 and add another million next year. In Canada, forecast growth has been slashed in half from outlooks just 5 years ago.
The size of the Texas economy eclipsed that of Canada, with almost 10 million fewer residents in 2018. Canadians need to be concerned about that because they're smart people, hardworking, industrious people. How'd that happen?
As a Canadian transplant, Angelosi says he's watching the news back home closely and hopes that unity can prevail after a federal election that exposed deep regional divides.
We have the hope that Canada can figure it out together.
His family calls the move to Texas a bittersweet one, but it feels like home.
Of course, we miss the people at home, our families and friends, but I think we all agree that we've shoveled our last driveway.
And while they're staying put, many other oil and gas workers we have spoken to here in Texas say they'd love to go back home to Alberta, but they just don't feel like they have anything to go back to right now. Dallas Flexhawk, Global News, Houston.